parents! I know that I'm always telling you how important it is to read with your children 10 to 15 minutes every single day. I also know that it can be tricky to do that. It can be tricky to know how to do that exactly. So I'm going to show you an example really quickly about how I might start reading a book with your child at school. And I want to tell you that using these very specific, book-specific words as I'm talking with them really bring the idea, the concept of a book together. And I'm just building these words into sentences I'd already be saying. So for example, the title of our book today is Queen for a Day. The author who wrote the words is Mark Brown. The illustrator who drew the pictures is also Mark Brown. And as I open up the book, if there's just a few words on each page, I'll point to each one to show that these words have meaning and these words are describing the picture. If they're big words, I might say, Elwood City Pride Parade as I'm pointing to them. And as I'm reading through the book, I'll say we're getting towards the middle. Oh, it's the end. So they understand that there's the beginning of a story, the middle of a story, and the end of it as well. So I'm also, as I'm reading, I'm making characters more animated. I'm giving them silly, silly, silly voices. Or I might give them very serious, low voices. The characters might have different ways of speaking, and that makes it more exciting. I might also try to be very expressive with my words and give lots of emphasis on certain ones just to keep your child engaged and excited to hear what you have to say. If English is not your first language, that's totally fine. You can read books in the language you're most comfortable with. If you can read English books as well, that's great. If you're not a great reader in any language, it's okay too. Just take it nice and slow. Maybe read the book ahead of time so you can get more comfortable with it before reading with your child. As long as you're reading, that is what's most important. And last but not least, 10 to 15 minutes a day, if possible, is the goal. And we're not just reading to enjoy books, to learn all these different parts about books, okay? We're also reading to cultivate and build on relationships with each other. Reading with your child is a cozy, intimate experience where for that time, they have your undivided attention. And hopefully you'll use it to read the book, discuss the book afterwards, and maybe you could even extend that further and do an activity relating to the book. Just so you're showing it's important to read and that we value our children and the time we spend with them. All of those things make the experience wonderful. So I hope you learned something today. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, please feel free to ask.